Hello and welcome back. We are on to the waning gibbous, also known as the disseminating moon phase of our cycle right now, and which also means that we have moved into the waning half of the moon cycle. Which for me, and I'm sure most other people, whether you're aware of it or not, you'll notice a huge decline in activity, in productivity, in anxiousness, and so many things. It's like after the full moon, after that full moon energy kind of goes down and we step into the waning, you'll notice the whole planet just kind of calms down. It's one of the better yin phases because we just went through the full moon and we had our full moon ceremony, and we felt the anxiousness, we felt the action, the need for action, the need for activity, the need to be extroverted, and the excitement of getting our goals and achieving our goals and setting new goals and realigning and all of that stuff, and then also deciding what you want to get rid of, and that can make us very anxious as well. So once we get into the waning, and the waning gibbous disseminating moon is the first of the waning phases, this huge pressure just relieves from the entire planet. And so for me, as I mentioned in the full moon video, I didn't sleep for a number of days coming up to the full moon. I was just wide awake all the time, and even when my eyes were closed, they were just darting around. So once the waning began, then I was like, oh, okay, and I really just calmed down. And so I spend my waning 2 weeks of the cycle, and a lot of my yin phases as well, I spend this reading books, and I spend it being calm and making meals and staying home and cleaning up and organizing and just doing little tiny productive things around my house. Not a lot of action, not a lot of activity, not a lot of like schedules or anything like that. I really spend this time just taking a breather and really to take rest and restoration for myself, for any projects that I have going as well. So this is really the time to clean up a little bit, clean up your surrounding, your internal world. If you need to process anything from the full moon, this is the time to really process that. And so throughout the waning phase can sometimes be associated with apathy as well, which apathy is kind of a chosen laziness. When we are avoiding something and not doing it, procrastinating, it becomes apathetic. It means that we are being apathetic. And so that can happen during this time as well. And so what we want to make sure is, as we go into the waning phases, we want to make sure that we're staying true to our intentions and goals. And just because it's waning and just because we're feeling relaxed and not as anxious anymore doesn't mean that we should just let go of all of our intentions and goals. We want to hold on to those and stay really true to those. And then also, so in this time, we want to offer ourselves and the world around us some gratitude. So this is where we kind of look back. In every single phase, I'm always talking about reviewing. That's exactly what it is. Every 3.5 days approximately, you want to review the entire cycle, look back at it. But during your review in this one, we're actually just going to be acknowledging ourselves and sending ourselves some gratitude. So whether you did big things or small things or tiny things, or did nothing, because maybe doing nothing was the goal, is that you want to quit smoking or stop doing something, stop a habit of some kind. This is where you give yourself the gratitude for doing or not doing those things. Even the teeniest, tiniest thing. Every single goal, every single intention starts out with the tiniest step forward. And so we need to take gratitude for all those steps. Let's say you just started a 5-year plan, 2.5 weeks ago or whatever it is on the new moon, and you have just taken the smallest steps forward. You know what? Those are the foundation. Those are the foundation steps. So absolutely every little part of the moon cycle, every little step is super important, and you need to send gratitude to yourself and be like, yes, thank you, I did it. Even if it was that small step, it can seem small, but every single step means a lot. Okay, so this is where we are going to think about how are our relaxation techniques. How is it that we relax? And also, not relax in a way where we're just completely vegging out one of the things that I do when I'm trying not to, just sit down and watch TV for the rest of the night, because that doesn't fulfill me and it affects my sleep as well. So I set up candles around my room. I get a good incense going. I put a couple of books next to my bed, my journal, a pen, maybe a little snack, a nice drink, some tea, whatever else. And I just kind of set the scene for myself to go into relaxation and to read a couple of different books. So I don't need to commit to reading, an hour of this book or an hour of that book. I can kind of scan through and look at different things. And so this is kind of relaxation without zoning out, because zoning out can be very dangerous and it can cause apathy. So we want to think about what are our positive methods of relaxation throughout the waning phase, but specifically for this phase as well, because we are taking a bit of a break. So there's meditation, yoga, exercise, reading, TV that has empowering media, that's like documentaries, walking, hiking, taking a bath, organizing the house, playing music, and moseying around the house while you do that. That's one thing I like to do, is blast a really good playlist and just walk around my house in this time, and staying in a relaxed state and just getting little teeny tiny projects all done and finished up in this time. And then, so we talk about that in Moon Wisdom, your positive relaxation techniques and methods. And then we have a small exercise for review, and then some ideas for how to send yourself self-gratitude as well. So that is our waning phase and also our waning gibbous disseminating moon. I will see you for the third, aka last quarter, next. See you guys soon. Bye.